What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite pig, hopefully. It's me. We're back. There was a lot of leaks tonight, so I was just waiting for them all to drop, and I think they all did. I do want to do one other thing. Okay, they did not drop. No animations. That's okay. We are going to go over some information today. I will start with the big news of Blade's kit. Obviously. This is, I said I was going to do this as soon as it came out. I just wanted to make sure everything was out before I did it. So, we have Blade. He's Fire and Agility 5-star. I've read through his kit a little bit. And we're going to do the same thing I did with Silverwolf here. Just talking about builds, whatnot. So, let's take a look. First of all, base HP is 1358. So, spoiler alert, he is an HP scaler. So, I think, actually, what I'll do is I'll pull up. I mean, I keep using Castrus as an example. Let's do Evernight this time. So, 1319 HP for Evernight. 1358. So, that's actually good. His energy cost is 8160. We'll get to that in a minute. His speed is good. 107. That's pretty solid. Same attack, a little bit lower defense. Higher HP, though, which is fine. Okay, let's go. So his basic attack deals fire damage equal to 50% of his HP, max HP to one designated enemy, and causes the target to enter the taunt state for one turn. So that's pretty interesting. Deals fire damage equal to 100% of his HP to one enemy, and causes the target to enter the taunt state for one turn. Now, this, we'll get to this. So this is a second basic attack, but this will make sense in a minute. Skill consumes HP equal to 15% of his HP and deals fire damage equal to 72% of his HP to all enemies. Additionally, deals 4 instances of damage, with each instance dealing fire damage equal to 24% of his max HP to one random enemy. So it's a little bit of a bounce, sort of. If the current HP is insufficient, his current HP will be reduced to 1 when using his skill. Ultimate, or using skill does not consume skill points, which is good. We will, yeah, I can get this out here right now. So this, actually, does it change? No, it does not change. It's actually the exact same thing. Everything is the same. Yep, okay. Ultimate. This is 80 energy, I believe, yes. Inflicts Balefire Bind on all enemies. Enemy targets in the Balefire Bind state have their defense reduced by 30%. Really good. And damage received increased by 50%. So this is kind of nuts. Yeah. Lasting for 2 turns, then consumes HP equal to 30% of MORTENAX's Blade's HP to deploy a zone. While the zone is active, MORTENAX Blade enters the Infinite Fury state. While in Infinite Fury, crit rate increases by 20%, and crit damage increases by 60%, unlocks his skill, and gains a new ultimate 10x per ignum. When receiving a killing blow, this unit will not be knocked down, but will dispel the zone, exit the state, and recover 50% of this unit's max HP. When entering the Infinite Fury state, a corresponding countdown appears in the action order. Just kind of like Firefly, or Himiko maybe. The countdown has a fixed speed of 70 at the start of the countdown's turn, dispels the zone, and exits the Infinite Fury state. If the current HP is insufficient, MORTENAX Blade current XP reduced to 1, blah, 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 blah. MORTENAX Blade cannot use his skill while not in the Infinite Fury state. So what is that skill? That's this one. This is the skill that he gets in the Infinite Fury state. It does the exact same thing. Oh, you know why it doesn't? No, because you can't use the skill at all. I'm sorry. Yeah. So he just actually can't use this at all. But it changes because technically his form changes. I see. Then 10x per ignum. New ultimate here. So this is 160 energy cost. Deals fire damage equal to 300% of his HP to all enemies. That's really strong. It's a really big number. So there's that. Yeah, it's a really big number. I do think this is a little bit too big of a number. Whoops. Because Triby has numbers like this. And Triby doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And I don't really think, like, honestly, Blade doesn't have a whole lot of, like, HP scaling. Like, I mean, he scales with HP, obviously, but there's not a lot in his kit that's, like, relying on him having a certain amount of HP, if that makes any sense, but we'll keep going. While the zone is active, after each attack an ally uses on an enemy, inflicts the Balefire Bind state on the corresponding enemy target and grants 1 charge to MORTENAX Blade. When the charge reaches 9, it consumes 9 charge points, regenerates 25 energy, uses his skill in extra time, and this skill usage does not consume HP and is considered a follow-up attack. His technique immediately attacks all enemies in a range, so it starts combat. Taunts target for 1 turn, decreases damage taken by this unit by 90% for 2 turns. That's like kind of nuts. This is a crazy thing here. MORTENAX Blade, this is Trace 1, can accumulate 80 energy overflow, which is really good. After using ultimate, the energy overflow is cleared and corresponding amount of energy is regenerated when the battle starts or when the zone is dispelled. If energy is below 50, it immediately becomes 50, which is nice. 50%, which I think is 40. Should be 40 because the zone is clearing, so you're at the normal ult. While zone is active, increases the chance of being attacked by enemies. After being attacked, inflicts Balefire Bind State on the attacker and MORTENAX Blade gains 1 charge. While the zone is active, damage dealt by ally targets increases by 50%. Crazy. If there are other Nihility characters aside from MORTENAX Blade, aka Acheron, in the ally team, ultimate damage dealt by target allies increased by 50%. That's awesome. Otherwise, follow-up attack damage dealt by ally targets increases by 50%. So, what does this mean? Ashvale's back, baby. We called it, man. We called it. I'm super happy to see this. Ashvale's obviously going to be on the team for 2 reasons. One is... hold on. Where is it? One is... this one. After each attack an allied target uses on an enemy, it inflicts the Balefire Bind State on that corresponding enemy. So, if you have an Ashvale follow-up attacker on the team, he's doing a lot of attacks. So that means, obviously, this is going to be really good. So he's doing 50% increased follow-up attack damage, and on top of that, he's inflicting Balefire Bind. So this is really, really good. Fire damage increase, HP increase, crit rate increase, so no bad stats here for him, which is always good to see. Eidolons. So, look, I've already kind of predetermined I'm E6ing this character. I was supposed to E6 Ashvale, but then they did things to that character. So I didn't. I E1'd, S1'd. Though, I will say, I'm excited to E6 this character if they don't nerf him. I'd be surprised if they didn't. There's like some crazy stuff he's doing. To be fair, I actually don't know if he's going to be doing a ton of damage. So there is that. But let's take a look. While the zone is active, decreases all enemies all-type res pen by 20%. That's good on an E1. After using the extra skill from the talent, the countdown has its action delayed by 15%, which is really good. E2 increases damage dealt by the extra skill from talent by 50%, which is solid. Like, again, it's just like a lot of numbers, you know? It's not like a whole lot of, you know, like, oh, if he's over 4,000 HP, then this happens, right? Which, I don't, actually, does Ever9 have that? I think, I'd have to, like, look. But she has, like, these charges that are doing a ton of damage. Anyways, when an ally character uses their ultimate to deal damage, it's considered launching a follow-up attack, which is really strong for Ashvale because Ashvale's follow-up attacks are being increased by 50%. So he's increasing by 50% his ultimate attack damage, which is really, really good. While the zone is active, when other allies use a follow-up attack, MORTENAX Blade gains 1 charge. Again, Ashvale, huge for this guy. This effect can be triggered up to 9 times, and the trigger count resets at the start of MORTENAX's Blade turn or when the zone is deployed. So basically, you're going to charge up his thing to 9 with the follow-up attacks. So you're getting like double because you're doing an attack and a follow-up attack. So you're getting 2 charges, which was this one right here. So like after each attack an ally uses on an enemy, inflicts Balefire Bind to get 1 charge. So you're getting 1 charge for the follow-up attack, but then you're also getting 1 charge for the follow-up attack, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So you're getting double. So Ashvale's really, really good with this guy again. So I think Ashvale E1 for sure. I was right. I'm very happy to be right. I'm always right. Then Blade does extra follow-up attack damage So he's getting like a lot more. So E2 Blade, I think, is going to be probably a good cutoff point. E4, Heart Refined ad infinitum, additionally increases ally targets damage dealt by 50%, which is this one. So this is going to be 100%, 150% total for the damage dealt increased. So I guess this part goes to 100%. To be more precise, this part goes up to 100 right here, this number, which is good because it buffs both of these. So you're doing 150 extra follow-up attack damage, by the way. Do we wonder why maybe Ashvale lost his ability to increase follow-up attack damage? Who knows? For allies, I guess. While the zone is active, this is E6. When MORTENAX Blade takes damage or consumes HP, he gains a charge. So this is absolutely insane. I think he's going to have 9 charges constantly. I don't think he's ever going to have lower than 9 charges if you have him E6. This effect can be triggered again after any target's turn ends. The damage multiplier of 10x per ignium increases to 150% of the original multiplier. So it's going to go up to 450%. Because it was originally 300. I went right past it. 300. Put 150% on that, it goes to 450. Yeah. Here's the trace materials required. So the new Nihility one, obviously, this was going to be in here. The old, these two are like kind of like older, I guess. This, yeah, I mean, he's absolutely busted in my opinion. I think he's really, really good. Like, I think this character's nuts. I think he's good for 2 reasons. One, if you're playing Acheron still, this guy's going to be huge. Jiao Q, I don't know if you'll need him on the team anymore. I'm not going to lie. But, nevertheless, this guy's really strong. If you want to use him on the Acheron team, you absolutely can. I think he's going to be really, really good on the Acheron team. I think he's going to be really good for sustainless comps, too. If you want to run, like, a Fire Break team and you want to run him instead of, I don't know, like a Lingsha or something. Or Gallagher. I think it'd be fine there. I mean, I know you're not, like, supporting anything, but he's taking most of the damage anyways, and he can't die. So there's that, right? And obviously, I think he's going to be best as a main DPS with Ashvale as a sub-DPS. He's going to be doing, I think, a ridiculous amount of damage. I think. Only because maybe he won't by himself, but, like, for sure, like, this is nuts. Like, that's a nutty support. This is a crazy support passive. Like, this is insane, right? Like, the character's doing so much. Like, he's increasing damage dealt. He's decreasing enemy defense. He's decreasing all-type res penalty 1. I don't know what else. Like, you know, increases extra damage. This is his own damage, but, like, it's increasing it. Damage, right? Like, he's constantly in a state. He's constantly doing damage. He's constantly got this zone up that's nerfing enemies and buffing allies. He's an absolute nutcase, man. I think he's really, really good. I'm really happy about it. Obviously, there's no animations yet. That's a little disappointing. I'm not going to lie. I heard they were good. We'll see, though. And this is like a transformation ultimate, you know, like an enhanced state. So I think he is going to transform. He's going to get the white hair, maybe. But, yeah. I mean, pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean, I'd probably give him like an 8 out of 10. His build here, I'll get to in a second. Nah, actually, let's do it right now. Hey guys, editor Sir Porksbottom here. Talking about Blade's best build. I'm going to interrupt my current self. There's still, I think, the new relic set coming out is going to be best for him. There is an argument to be had that the Ash Blazing Grand Duke set also might be really good on him. The reason is his line of text makes it, for his E2, I will say for his E2, Archduke might be maybe a little bit comparable or better, because it's all allies, like an allied character using their ultimate is considered a follow-up attack. So you could be stacking Archduke Grand Blazing pretty fast, since his 9-point skill or whatever it is, 9 charge skill, also counts as a follow-up attack. So there's probably an argument that the Ash Blazing Grand Duke might be as good or better on him at E2. compared to the normal set. Also, I will also talk about the planner ornament here. I still think Bone Collection is really, really good on him. Since he is an HP scaler, it's giving him a ton of crit damage, and you're probably going to have 5,000 HP if you have a signature cone. However, if you don't have his signature cone on, you're running Cypher. I think his best case scenario, again, at E2, might be Duran's. It's totally possible because of how many follow-up attacks you're doing. It might actually not be crazy. Again, that's a little niche. I don't know if it's totally good, but I think you're doing enough follow-up attacks with him for it to matter. In terms of the stats, you're doing a lot of crit damage with this character, so I think crit rate body probably takes precedent over crit damage. However, you could definitely make crit damage work if you have enough crit rate rolls. I'd probably say crit rate is probably a little bit better than crit damage, just for the ease of the build. But, it's either or. Well, if you have enough crit rate on your substats with a crit damage body, go for it. If you don't, just run crit rate body and go for crit damage second. I think HP, whatever, HP percent, HP are kind of there for the third best stat. And then speed, obviously, is also very good. I think you probably still run speed boots on him, no matter what. The thing is, he has, kind of two separate builds, so it's a little bit confusing. You could also totally run him as just, a support character for Acheron and run him for, max speed with the Cypher Cone. I think you could definitely do that. I think the build that I'm showing on the screen might be a little complicated. And I might be showing two. I don't actually know because I haven't done it yet, but I guess I'm just thinking about this and spitballing. But if you're running him as a support on the Acheron team with Cypher Cone, I think you could definitely spec way higher into speed. If you're running him as a main DPS, like I'm going to be running him as with Ashvale at his side, I actually think there could be an argument for running HP boots. And not really caring too much about speed. I think speed definitely faster than Ashvale. So whatever you got Ashvale at +1, which I have him at 135. No, I have Ashvale at 136. So having Blade at 137, 136 would be okay for his speed stat. But again, if you're running him as a support with Cypher, probably a little bit more juice. Yes, I think that's all editor Porksbottom has to say to this regard. Look at the image on screen that I've had up for the last 4 minutes and 11 seconds. And so hopefully that helps. Recommended Eidolon cost is also probably going to be on the screen as well, since that's something I like to do. Back to the regularly scheduled program. Other than that, though, I think it's probably the build for the character. So let's take a look at some other stuff. New game mode coming out. New game mode, I guess, in quotes. So they're adding mini anomaly arbitrations to every game mode. So each game mode now will have a final stage, so a 5th stage or a 13th stage for APOC, Pure Fiction, and MOC. And then there's 3 bosses you got to fight with 3 different teams and 3 different buffs. Maybe not different buffs, but 3 buffs. And then you fight those things, you get points, and you get gems. It sounds pretty good to me. We'll see how much harder they make it. I'm not convinced they're going to make it hard. So we'll see. Just because you can get gems from it, right? The reason they can get away with making Anomaly Arbitration hard for a lot of casual players is because you don't get any actual gems from it. You don't get any Stellar Jades. So if you're not getting any Stellar Jades, you can make it as hard as you want because it's just cosmetic upgrades, right? So that's kind of their argument behind it. Here are some of the E6 arts, or the Eidolon arts. I'm a big fan of his E3. His E4 is cool. I think his E6 is a bit of a letdown, but hey, it's Blade, so whatever. Light cone art, awesome. I already talked about that. Here's a new enemy. No idea what this is. This guy looks pretty cool. He looks like that Rocket League ice cream truck, whatever. So yeah, there's that. New endgame introduction. Yeah, here's all the stuff that we just talked about. So new relics. Yeah, oh yeah. I guess the other relic set. I didn't even talk about it. This one, as Navigator sees it, 12% attack for the 2-piece set, and then ultimate damage increased by 18% life for 2 turns. That's a fact, can stack up to 3 times. It's okay. I don't know if this is good. I don't know who this is good for. Saber's the only one that comes to mind, but I don't actually know if she's going to use this set. The numbers are a little low, so let's just keep going. New map icon. Here are the new trophies you get for the new endgame mode. Light cone effect, DU items, who cares? I'm not going to go over those right now. This is just something. His kit, new trace materials. Yeah, there's new trace materials coming out for Destruction and Erudition characters, which is neat. New Apocalyptic Shadow is going to be this fucking Ichor Memo Sprite guy, so lock in. 2 elation buffs, you know how it is. Yeah, anyways. New event images, new boss icon there, new relic set, we just went over those. MOC is going to be the new boss coming out, which you just saw in Flame Reaver. We're ready to put Flame Reaver in the Hule discussions for being just the most overpopulated boss in endgame. Here's Pure Fiction is going to be Xandar and Cocolia. Sure, whatever, it's fine. The buffs are right there if you want to see them. Anomaly Arbitration. Here we go. Here's the good stuff. The king is going to be the Star Crusher Swarm. This is crazy. I don't know what they are thinking about this. 11.5 million HP. This is king in check, though. So, oh, wait. Can we actually... What is this on? Nanoka? All right, let's go to this. Let me actually take a peek at what the health is going to be. Endgame. Anomaly Arbitration. The Humming Laughter. There we go. Okay. So this is king in check, and he's at 11.5 million HP. Is there any way for me to not look at the king in check? No, I guess there isn't. Wait, what? Okay, I guess I can't look and see what this guy's going to be at. So he's at 11.5 million. It's like really weak, but I guess there's another 3 waiver with these guys. Yeah, okay, I guess I can't check. It's kind of annoying. Here's the knights, though. Yeah. Yeah, this guy. King Pom Pom as a knight is pretty cool. Wow, decreased damage dealt by 20%. Hello. And then this is, oof. Ooh, sheesh. This one again for the Pure Fiction. Okay. Yeah, here's all of his trace materials that he needs. And that is it, folks. Again, I'll put the build up one more time. This is what I think we're looking at. And yeah, I'm super excited for this guy. If there's any major changes, I'll make another video on him. But until then, thank you guys for watching. See you later.